Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Today we are moving forward towards Moth Smoke themes by Mohsin Hamid. So the very first theme we are going to deal with is self-destruction. Students, if you have read the novel thoroughly, you will understand that Daru is full of self-destruction. I mean, whatever he is doing is going against his life. I mean, he has the idea that everyone knows that what will happen if someone smokes heroin or be in an illicit relationship with his friend's wife, and what are the consequences of a crime and drug dealing and everything. I mean, he was so much self-destructive like Moth, that he has no idea what would be the future of his life. Daru is one of the main, symbol of self-destruction in this play. And the very next is Mumtaz. Mumtaz has no idea what, she knows it, that her relationship with Ozzy will be affected with illicit with that relationship or an affair with his friend Daru. So it was this play, and the theme of that play, self-destruction, is very important in that regard. The next one is rivalry. What is rivalry? That competition. Daru wants everything which Ozzy has, even his wife. I mean, he is jealous of him. He is like he wants to be a competitor. I mean, he wants to achieve everything in life which Ozzy has. For example, Ozzy has Parado, he wants to have it. He has wealth and every comfort of life, he wants to achieve it. And even his beautiful wife, he wants her to be, his wife, or to be with her. Next one is materialism. If we read the play, we will analyze that how much materialistic people are in the play. Every character is materialistic, and the setting of the play tells us about the society of the Lahore. I mean, the setting of the play is Lahore, and we can conclude that theme very easily, that how materialistic they are. For example, we have the important characters in the play, and all of these characters are materialistic. First of all, Ozzy thinks he can do everything with money. I mean, when he hit a young boy, he says, okay, no problem, I will compensate. Or when he goes to party, he says, I can go in the house because I have Parado and I have money. Or even the police, they get bribe from the Daru and release him. I mean, even he was drunk. There is an event in the play where he was drunk and he got caught by the police, and police left him because he bribed them only 700 and some rupees. And Daru is status conscious. I mean, he is materialistic and thinks only money can make him happy. I mean, everything in his life is related to money. I mean, he wants to be happy, but he has the condition to be wealthy to be happy. And overall, Lahori elite class mentality is depicted through this novel, that they are materialistic and the elite class only has happiness. I mean, if they are wealthy. I mean, there's everything in their life is related to money. The next theme is class conflict. In this play, Mohsin Hamid has beautifully, divided the Pakistani society into two classes. The first one is, very interestingly, he used the word air condition. I mean, air conditioned class, the elite class who has the control over weather in summer, and they can, turn the weather like the weather of Switzerland, and non-air conditioned class who are poor and can't afford air conditions. So he divided Pakistani society into two classes, air conditioned class and non-air conditioned class. And if you're watching this video lecture for your paper preparations, then you can give the reference and you can divide and you can talk about two paragraphs, one about air conditioned class and one about non-air conditioned class. Ozzy, he belongs to air conditioned class, and on the other side, Daru, his light used to cut off, and he basically, or Murad Badsha, is of the non-air conditioned class. The next one is power, greed and lust. Daru has lust for money and Mumtaz. Okay, Ozzy has proud of money, and Murad Badsha has greed to be rich and wealthy. I mean, these three characters and even the Mumtaz, they are the major role in the novel, and you will understand and you will observe that all of these characters are greedy, and they have some lust, and they want to be powerful, they want to achieve some material goals in their lives. So everything which is, I mean, their every act, whatever they are doing, revolves around money, greed, lust, and power. Next one is unemployment. In this play, unemployment is I think the most important theme you can think of, because everything Daru do, I mean, everything Daru does, whatever he become, is all about his unemployment, because he gets fired from the bank and he gets into crime and drug dealing and robbery because he is unemployed. And unemployment is one of the major problem of Pakistan. So Mohsin Hamid has got that potential to explain the society of Pakistan through his novel by depicting the theme of unemployment in his novel Moth Smoke. So Daru, Murad Badshah and their criminal life. Who was Murad Badshah? You know that. Who's Murad Badshah? Murad Badshah was Daru's friend, who was a rickshaw driver. Even he was MA, he did MA, but was driving rickshaw because he couldn't get any job, and then he gets into criminal life in drug dealing and robbery and all. And unemployment is the basic reason of all of this. The next one is addiction. So addiction is very kind of a deep theme, that addiction is very common and very normal in Lahore elite class family, or even in middle class family, when they are depressed and unemployed. For example, Daru is addicted to heroin, smoking and drinking because he gets depressed because of getting unemployed, because he is jobless, and he starts to use heroin, he uses to smoke and drink, and Ozi and Mumtaz uses to smoke and drink together most of the time. And the next one is Murad Badshah, also addicted to smoking and all. So major characters are involved in addiction and such type of things. Next one is adultery, infidelity, extramarital sex. Affair of Daru with Mumtaz is one of the very objectionable thing in the novel, and the theme of adultery has been depicted through this plot of Moth Smoke, that Daru gets into an affair with Mumtaz. The next one is prostitution. Prostitution is one of the biggest problem of Pakistan, or even all around the world. And when Zulfikar Mantu, who is Zulfikar Mantu? Mumtaz. She uses the name of Zulfikar Mantu, and she takes interview of a prostitute, Dilaram. So prostitution is one of the theme of Moth Smoke that you can discuss in your exams. Next one is money talks in Pakistan. You can do everything, or like most of the things, with money in Pakistan, and this play and this novel talks about this thing very deeply. So when Daru bribes police to let him free, this is one example of money talks in Pakistan. And when Ozi says he can compensate to the family of killed boy, or the boy he killed through running over his parado on him, he thinks that money talks in Pakistan. I mean, he says whatever he does, he can compensate. I mean, even the life of a young boy. Next one is, so this was all about the themes, and if you want to know anything about this novel or any help, I can help you, and I'm always ready to help my students in comments. And keep watching my videos. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Stay blessed.